Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pressure Biosciences channel, a leader in the development and sale of innovative pressure-based platform solutions for the worldwide life science industry. Joining us, we're always having the pleasure to be joined by Chief Executive Officer Richard. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Kyle. Glad to be here.
Always a pleasure to get you back on. So what we're going to be diving down in today is the future growth prospects of Pressure Biosciences. I really want to dive into your ultra shear technology. You guys have a lot of crazy catalysts coming up in the next 6 to 12 months. But first and foremost, let's talk about this news, because you recently announced the second contract for toll manufacturing of a CBD nanoemulsion product using that proprietary ultra shear technology platform. And that's anticipating to grow an extra $2 million in 2023 revenue contribution. So first and foremost, what is this technology and what does it mean for Pressure Biosciences?
Well, an extra $2 million is kind of an understatement. We have historically done about $2 million a year for the last couple of years. And as you pointed out, this one contract alone, we think is going to be worth at least $2 million to us next year. And of course, we announced another contract 2 weeks ago for, we thought, $1 million. So there's $3 million that we're banking on for next year. And that's just the beginning. So yes, what is Ultra Shear technology? We are a publicly traded company. We're in the OTCQB with a symbol PBIO. I'm a serial entrepreneur. This is my fourth publicly traded company. The first three were worth about $1 billion in market cap. They're all in the biotechnology space. This one is two. We've learned how to harness high pressure. We've learned how to use Mother Nature. Pressure moves at the speed of sound. It's very quick. It can be turned on and off, but it can do many, many things in the laboratory that we really haven't asked it to do, because you have to learn how to carefully control high pressure. We've done that. We've developed an instrument, a system. We call it Ultra Shear Technology Platform. We have 7 issued patents, including 2 in the US. Basically, what we do is we use very high pressure and we combine it with very intense shearing or cutting, and we make 1 + 1 = 10. What I mean by that is we can take things like oil drops, and we can put them under high pressure and let them go at supersonic speed and shear them down to where one oil drop can turn into tens of millions or hundreds of millions of nano-sized oil drops. You might want to know why that's important. That's important because so many drugs, nutraceuticals, pharmaceuticals, so many cosmetics, agrochemical products are all oil-based. The active ingredient is in the oil. And if the oil is a very large glob of oil, by the time it gets into the body or into the body of the human or the animal or the plant, we're water-based, so we're not going to absorb a lot of that active ingredient. So by the time it gets eliminated from the body, we've probably gotten about 10% of that active ingredient. But with our technology, we change it so that the active ingredient is going to be absorbed real quickly, and probably 90% or more of that active ingredient is going to be absorbed. So the bottom line is, if you're taking an oil-based sample, a material, let's say it's a nutraceutical like CBD, or it's a vitamin like vitamin D3, you need to absorb it out of that oil, and we're helping you absorb it. We're taking it from what is generally believed to be 10 or 20% bioavailability to 90% or greater.
Oh, wow. I feel like you guys have already done a lot of the hard work, and you're moving into some pretty pivotal times during these tumultuous times, to say the least. The biotech sector is starting to look like it's kind of rebounding off the lows, including your own stock. But as we head into the next 6 to 12 months, you do mention that there's a lot of growth prospects coming out of this business. What can you tell us about that?
It's an exciting time to be a member of the staff of Pressure Bio. We worked very hard. My staff is incredibly hardworking, incredibly focused. We're onto something. We think we're onto something extremely big. As I've said, I've started 3 prior publicly traded companies, and their market value combined was $1 billion. I'm not sure this one can go there or not. That's not my point on being here. But my point is that the technology we have is, in all honesty, as good as any technology I've ever had in my 45-year career. Very excited about it. When you think about all of the products in this world that are oil-based, that need help, then you can look at how big this market really is. We're starting with the CBD market because it's in a market that we can get into very quickly. Kyle, you know, as well as many of your listeners know, that you have a great chance of success when you have a way to solve a problem in a big growing market. We solve a problem in a big growing market. It doesn't matter how good the quality of that CBD is that you're taking as a supplement. It really doesn't matter if you're not able to ingest it in your body and absorb it into your body. It doesn't matter. What we do is we make that active ingredient, and in this case, in today's press release, CBD, we make it so it becomes water soluble, very water soluble. Another benefit is it becomes extremely stable. We've shown pictures of material we made 2 years ago, and it's rock solid. Nobody we've ever seen has shown anything close to what we have. It's rock solid, the same, looking the same as it did 2 years ago. So we solve a problem. Now it's time to commercialize. We just announced commercialization. It's time to commercialize, and we think over the next few months, it's going to be exciting because we're signing up contracts. We signed 2 in the last 3 weeks. I've given every indication that investors should continue to expect that between now and the end of the year, there'll be 2, 3, or 4 more signed. And I'm not doing my job if they're not. And that takes us with about 6 entering 2023. And each contract, as we said in today's press release, and we've said also on shows like yours and others, is probably worth at least $1 million, sometimes $2 million. So we have 6 contracts going into next year, and each worth $1 million to $2 million. Let's say they average $1.5 million. Then that's a pretty exciting year that we have ahead of us.
That's incredibly insightful, and I definitely appreciate your time today, Richard. I'm going to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all this in that comment section below, and consider subscribing, because as these catalysts and news hit the wire, we're going to continue to update you here. But stay cool, stay awesome, and as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.